Hello, so we're going to get going on day 55 of Blueprints. Um, Yesterday, day 54, I really early, at the beginning of the day, I accidentally stumbled into finding the third microchip, which unlocked that big round door in Blackbridge Grotto, which led to a path, which led to a cliffside lookout, where we could see the town of Reddington and everything, and whose name I couldn't even remember at that time. But we got the blueprint for the throne room, and then all the rest of the day, 54, I was like, why am I not drafting? Let's pick up our allowance, which is now 51 due to some more allowance shenanigans. So I found the microchip here. The vase remains broken. This vase remains broken. I guess they're just going to be broken from now on. That's a shame. They were nice vases. But the microchip was right here, and I just I was just clicking around, demonstrating that things weren't clickable, but I was holding a sledgehammer, and apparently the vases were clickable with a sledgehammer and broke and revealed the microchip, which I was not expecting. But the point is make sure there's nothing else here. I'm not starting with any items today. I didn't get a moon pendant yesterday, or day 53. I do have 2 keys because I did draft a clock tower day 53, and I had another tomorrow room. So 2 tomorrow rooms means I start with 2 keys. 2 gems from the gemstone cavern, and 51 coin allowance, 70 steps, which we've had for a while. And yeah, so I've done 5 of the 8 sanctum doors, leading to 5 of the 8 realm sigils. But anyway, because I started yesterday with the solarium, which gave me rare and unusual rooms, and because I wasn't paying attention when I was so flabbergasted at the time. I wasn't paying attention when I picked up the it turns out it's a black print, but the blueprint to the throne room, that it said it will be added to my draft pool tomorrow. I didn't pick up the tomorrow detail until I rewatched the beginning of day 53, back again after posting the video online, right? Or posting the video to YouTube. I started watching it. And I was like, oh, it says right there tomorrow. And I just was not even, my brain was not functioning on all cylinders at that time. I missed the fact that it said tomorrow, which would be today. So I spent the whole rest of day 53 anticipating drafting a throne room, which wasn't even a possibility because it's not actually added to our draft pool until day 54, because it's not even added to our draft pool until today, day 55. Okay. So before I made a wish, before I go over here and pick my outbuilding for the day, what I want to do is I want to find, there it is. So found floor plans, throne room, and see it's black bordered. It says reclaim the throne. It's going to cost 5 gems. It's a black print. It's an edition. It's rare. Okay, it is rare. But it requires 5 gems. I have 2 gems at the moment. Okay. So in order to get the next sanctum key, the sanctum key from the throne room, because I know there is one there, King's Throne clue and all that, I'm going to have to get some gems, and I'm going to have to get the ability to draft rare rooms. So it may not happen today on day 55, but at least it's now verified to be in my draft pool. Okay. I am not a fan of the hovel these days, unless I could guarantee, if I could get a solarium, which would then give me a throne room, and I didn't have to worry about having 5 gems at the point in time that came up. What I would have to have is 5 times 3. I'd have to have 15 steps extra to spare. But then I'd get the Sanctum Key and stuff to go back to the underground with it and all that. I don't know if I'm going to have a shovel today or not. So I'm going to do the tool shed, the 2 special items, because I'm not otherwise starting with any items. So that, and it looks like a watering can. Okay. First time I enter a green room, use water to gain 1 gem. It costs me gems to get in the green room, so it's basically I can have a gem back for a watering can. And I can refill the watering can in the kitchen, maybe in the lavatory as well. But okay, those are the 2 items. It's not going to give me any extra item. Metal detector is probably the better of those 2 at this moment. But if I get an observatory early on and that observatory gives me Florealis, then that I'll want to do, draft green rooms. And that'll really help me with the whole quest for the throne room, right? All right, so we're going to start over here today. I'm going to do spare bedroom because it's not a dead end. As simple as that. It's not going to give me anything. I wish it was a den or a hallway, but the game isn't being that nice to me. It was giving me den and hallway pretty consistently for a number of days in a row, and it's stopped being that nice. 2 reroll die. Not terrible. Okay, I'm going to start with the observatory. This would give me 2 gems, but the observatory might give me more than 2. Right? But it might give me some other benefits. It might give me Florealis, and I really like Florealis. So we're going to do the observatory. Draxus the Dead was an option yesterday. I managed to not click. Whenever I say yesterday or tomorrow, I'm talking about game day wise, generally speaking. So when I say yesterday, this is game day 55. When I say yesterday, I'm talking about game day 54, regardless of when I did that, right? So when I did game day 54 and I got the observatory, I saw that Draxus the Dead was one of the constellations, and I was able to manage to not click on it this time. I didn't misclick. So, okay, we've got the sale. Apples are more delicious. Farmer's apple. A key. Diamondus Major, which is 5 gems, which is better than a parlor. The parlor would have let us earn 2, but this gives us 5. And we spent a gem to get in here, so it's a net 4, but still, that's better. And then Southern Cross. So that's all good stuff. I did not get Florealis, however. I really was hoping for Florealis, but I'll take what I can get. Okay. A sale could be nice if I get, oh yeah, we got a metal detector, so we're going to pick up some extra keys and coins today. I am not starting with a lockpick kit. I'm not starting with, these are my items that I got from the tool shed, but I don't have a shovel and I don't have a lockpick kit. Okay. I don't have Florealis. I do not have a sledgehammer to bust open a trunk. So I don't have a shovel. I don't have a sledgehammer, and I don't have Florealis. So Courtyard would cost me a gem, and I wouldn't necessarily. Well, I have a watering can, so I would go into Courtyard, a watering can, get my gem back. But then I'd be net 0 gems. If I do a parlor, I'm net 2 gems, but I don't have a doorway up here. I think it will give me parlor as an option again. Parlor seems pretty common in the draft pool. So in order to get a doorway up here, I will do Courtyard. And I will use the watering can, because why not? There is a trunk. I'm not... Well, do I want to spend the key on it? Not yet. I might end up buying a sledgehammer from the I don't need anything there in the moment. I don't need... If it has keys or gems, I don't need those keys or gems this second. If it has an access card, I don't need it this... Or key card, I don't need it this second, right? So I can hold off on the trunk and hope to get commissary soon, where I might be able to buy sledgehammer, come back, buy shovel, come back, you know. Okay, before I head back over this way, because I might dead end over here and have to come back over here anyway, we're just going to, you know, see what going up is going to do. Okay, so it's going to be a dead end. I have no... Well, no. Bedroom would not be a dead end. Bedroom would give me a doorway over here. Okay. Let's do the bedroom. Bedroom closet. I wish I'd made this a hallway closet when I upgraded it with the upgrade disc rather than the bedroom closet, because there are so few bedrooms with an extra doorway versus hallways. I should have made this a hallway closet, but I didn't think it all the way through. I made the wrong choice, and I have to live with it. But this isn't going to cost me any steps. Sometimes it gives me an extra item sitting right here. Today it did not. I still don't know what these hands pointing different directions do or mean, you know, mean clue-wise, honestly. They exist in several rooms. This will give me 8 coins. There is no more fortune to be had, according to last time I talked to Alazar, the fortune telling machine. I know I want gems, so if I do this, I will have to backtrack around. That's fine. At least it gives me more doorways on this side of the house. Alrighty, metal detector is saying there's probably an extra coin or key coin. Extra coin somewhere, okay. I really want a commissary sometime soon. The box next to this box contains the gems, that's true or false. A box next to this box displays a false statement. Well, that's true or false, but the only box next to it is this one. Okay, this has no statement, so ergo, this is a box next to this box displays a false statement. This is false. So since by the rules of the parlor games, there has to be at least one false statement and one true statement. This statement has to be false because this box has no statement. So this one, therefore, by process of elimination has to be true, which means that, and it says a box next to this box contains the gems, so the gems have to be in the white box. Lo and behold. Dead end me. Dead end me. Costs 2 gems and gives me a doorway here and here. I mean, utility closet's good when we can turn off power to the key card system and stuff, but this is a rough spot to be dead-ended. It would be rough to dead-end here because there's no guarantee we can connect it to foundation, and getting over here might be difficult. I could redraw here, but see, 2 gems is kind of steep, and we would not get the full benefit of the passage hallway because one of those doorways would lead over here. So we're going to get 2 of the 3, doorways that we would want out of the passageway. Storeroom I'm less tempted by. Again, I think the storeroom is less rare than the utility closet. Like the storeroom comes up time and time again. Utility closet, not as much. Like if I pass on the utility closet now, I don't know that it's rare, but it might be uncommon. It just doesn't come up as much as the storeroom for choices. And there are clutch times when we need it. I'm going to take a chance and do the utility closet. This might bite me, to be honest. Turn off the keycard system, turn off the gymnasium. Dark room is on, but I'll have to turn on the garage. I'll have to come back and turn the dark room on. If we trigger the dark room, then it will blow a fuse. I'll have to come back and turn it on at that point. I can't turn on the dark room, unfortunately. But the gymnasium is off and the garage is on, at the very least. And the keycard system. So if I can get to a terminal and set the security, I'll set the security level to high and set offline mode to open, then I'll be able to, get around easier. Circumvent, maybe, if the game it plays fair. The game doesn't always play fair, but that would be the theory, right? Shit, I meant to come over here and do this one. I wasted steps, I'm sorry. Okay, Cloister gives us one here. The gymnasium, we turned off the gymnasium. So this will not cost me steps. It just leads to here, and I can get to here from the entrance hall. The great hallways, a bit of a waste of doors, other than if we get enough keys, or we can maybe get resources out of the great hall. Cloister is a waste of gems. I mean, I have a watering can, but I'd spend 2 gems. Watering can get me 1 gem back, so I'd spend 2 gems, and it just gets me a doorway over there because I don't have a shovel to dig up anything, and I don't have Florialis today. So on the very off chance that I will get keys and want to spend them here to get resources and use the access lever to open up the antechamber, I'll go ahead and do the Great Hall. This is just a very wasteful place to put the Great Hall because it wastes potential doorways these directions. But I don't always get... Okay, so this is telling me metal things behind certain doors. Not behind this door. Not behind that door. Not behind that door. Not behind that door. I don't know if those metal things are keys or coins. I don't need them at the moment. I am not going to use a key there at the moment because I can get to this room from here, which may not require a key. So basically, I didn't get the Great Hallway for its doors. I mean, you know, it's exterior facing doorways. I got it because it might have some resources like gems and stuff I might need, and it has an access lever to open this side of the antechamber. That's what I got it for, but that's very conditional. Like, I might not need that ever. We'll go ahead and do this room. I don't want to do this. I definitely don't want to do this. This is a waste because it just feeds into here and then doesn't go anywhere there. I'm going to burn a redraw. Den is a better choice. What Den does for me, aside from giving me a gem, is it opened this door to the great hall without me having to spend a key because it opened it from this side. So now I can, you know, have a shorter path over here, back to the courtyard if need be, back to the utility closet if need be. I don't have to come all the way down here. I can go this way, assuming I can connect the den to the foundation, right? It just gives me a shorter backtrack path. And then I want this to connect to the foundation. If I could rotate, this would be great. Dead end. This gives me a doorway over here and gives me a key. It doesn't connect me to the foundation, though. I have one reroll. What are the chances that I'll be able to connect to the foundation? I'll try it. Okay, we'll do the corridor. Rotunda would let me come over here, but it's 3 gems. That's a lot of gems for a doorway right here. When if I can get to the foundation, I'll have a doorway here, and I already have a doorway down here. So I'm not going to spend 3 gems for 1 doorway here. So I'll just do the corridor. And this is saying I'm missing something in this room. Probably a single coin somewhere. Yep. I guessed it correctly. A single coin somewhere. Okay, from the foundation, I can come over here. I can backtrack right now to down here, but I'm just going to come over here for the moment. These are not security doors, which is good at the moment because I haven't done a computer terminal yet, so Don't want the weight room. Aquarium's fine. It costs a gem. Will give me 10 coins. If I do the secret passage, I could choose gold and try to get a commissary. Problem is, then if it ends up with a room that leads down, I might have only this one doorway up. The aquarium guarantees me like a doorway up, even though it doesn't give me a doorway over here. So we're going to do the aquarium. It did cost a gem. I'll use the watering can, get that gem back. Why not? Some coins, nice. A good stash of coins right here. Dig spot. Don't have Florealis today. If I had Florealis, it would also have a flower, which would give a gem. I don't want to go up just yet. I want to go down. Reading Nook. Key in goes over here. Absolutely. Not a difficult decision. No more coins or keys in here. Metal detector would tell us. But I also don't see a gem or a reroll die or anything. Library I don't need, but it does give me a doorway up. Chapel would give me a doorway up and a doorway down. Costs a coin. Not the biggest deal in the world. Pantry gives me 4 coins and leads me down. I'm going to do the chapel. With the metal detector, the chapel might give me some coins back or something. So it's sometimes hard to find in the chapel because it will be between the pews. There they are. Okay, a couple coins back, but I'll probably go through the chapel. I might go through the chapel more than once. But let's go ahead and attempt to go down. Pantry. This is a dead end. This is a dead end. Not the worst in the world to have a dead end right here, to be honest. 10 steps in an allowance quest. We do have a way to get to the antechamber. Pantry and coming over here, not bad. This is better off of a bedroom, which may never happen. Those 2 items are likely to be small items. They're not likely to be like, I don't think the bedroom closet, or which used to just be called the closet, before it was upgraded. I don't think it's ever given like shovel, sledgehammer, those kinds of items. It gives like sleeping mask, running shoes, reroll die, key, gem, those key card sometimes. Those are the kinds of items it gives. I kind of want a sledgehammer or shovel kind of thing. I really kind of want a commissary. And I also want to start my lab experiment of the day and get to a computer terminal and set my access, security access. But for the moment, let's not dead end. Let's just go over here. And banana. hallway right here is fine. I mean, it wastes a doorway here, but that's fine. We get a key out of it. I don't have any reroll die. I don't want to spend 3 gems on this, and I definitely don't want to do the archives, right? So, it's still going off, so there's some random coin somewhere, more than likely. Where is said random coin? I wonder if these vases are smashable with a sledgehammer like the ones in the oh, there's the random coin. Like if I came through with a sledgehammer, would I smash these and just destroy the estate that I've inherited? Thank you, granduncle. Let me smash everything with a sledgehammer now. So billiard room. It doesn't connect back up to the entrance hall, but it does lead over here, so that's fine. Would give me keys and gets me to this room here, which I can totally dead end. So that's fine. So we'll do this. We want to solve billiard room puzzles anyway. Sometimes it gives me extra coins, especially when I have a metal detector, but apparently not today. But I'm also not seeing like reroll die or gem or anything, just sitting around. Okay. So straight on to this. 19 minus 15 is 4. 2 plus 6 is 8. Minus 8 is 0. Right? This is 2 plus 6 is 8. Minus 3 is 5. Minus 4 is 1. Minus 1 is 0. But then we have multiplied by 40 is still 0. Plus 1 is 1. No, excuse me, 12. No. Negative 12. Negative 12 plus 20 is 8. Times 2 is 16. Silver key is nice. Okay. And we've solved another billiard room puzzle, which brings us closer to that trophy. And we refreshed our memory when we got to the gift shop last time that the reason why we want 8 trophies is that will let us buy blue tents at the gift shop. I don't know what blue tents do, but we'll never find out what blue tents do until we have 8 trophies. I want a commissary. Now, this is a good spot for a dead-end room like the quest bedroom. I have been wanting a commissary, though. It is a waste of the door off the commissary, to be honest. This would give me, in boudoir, we've unlocked the safe. It will give me a gem at the very least. Quest bedroom gives me 10 steps and an allowance quest. I might have other ways to get steps today. I don't necessarily need the quest bedroom right there, right now. I've been wanting a commissary, so let's not tempt fate. If I pass on the commissary, I might have to go through shenanigans to get a commissary again, right? So let's just go ahead and take the commissary. All right. We definitely want a magnifying glass. There are rooms that we need, if we can draft them, We definitely want gems. We definitely want a shovel. We have a sale today, so at 2 per, I'll just buy out all the gems. Because I don't have Florealis, so I don't really have anything giving me like just free gems today. So we'll just buy all the gems we can and hope that 17 gems is enough, right? I mean, we'll still encounter a gem here or there in rooms, but I don't mind spending that money on gems. We've got a metal detector, so we should be able to get more money again. We've got a shovel now, so we should be able to dig up a few coins and keys here and there. But I do have to backtrack now, and because this doesn't, none of this goes, you know, back this way, so I have to backtrack all the way over to here. We'll figure out what this room is. Security costs me a gem. This would give me items and dead ends me. More likely to draw green rooms while drafting. That would be good if I had Florealis. I do not have Florealis. Well, I have a shovel now, so drawing green rooms is not bad. But I really need to, before I start heading up here, I really need to get going on computer terminal stuff. So I need to do security. Because it's my opportunity to do so. So we're going to come in here. I'm going to view estate inventory. Okay, there's 3 gems and a key. There's a trunk somewhere that I have missed. Great. I don't know where I've missed the trunk, but no, I do know where the trunk is. The trunk is in the courtyard. That's right. I know where the trunk is. The trunk is in the courtyard. I don't have a sledgehammer. Not likely to get a sledgehammer, so I'd have to spend a key on it if I want to open it. 3 gems and a key. That's all probably in the Great Hall. So that's what we can get out of the Great Hall is 3 gems and a key, more than likely. I have turned off power to the key card system. So we're going to set offline mode to unlock. We're going to set the security level to high because I want a lot of those doors because they'll all count as unlocked for us. And then should use less of our keys. So that's what I want because I did a utility closet thing. But now I want to start my lab experiment. So we're going to remote terminal to the lab. Experiment setup, continue. It's not giving us option of letters to the mailroom, which is what I kind of wanted. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, that's likely to happen today. Next 3 times you open a locked trunk, less likely to happen today. I don't have a sledgehammer. Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. I have a chapel. I don't have a gymnasium yet, but I probably will at some point. I don't necessarily I don't know if I need a lot of gold today. But I'm setting my dice to 2. Probably good. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get reroll dice any other way. I've yet to see the experiments raise the radiation to a level where all the doors become unlocked, even though I have a note to that says that that's a possibility. I'm like, I've yet to see that happen. Do I want to continue on here, or do I want to backtrack now all this way to dig up here? There was another dig spot somewhere, wasn't there? There was, well, the foundations, the courtyard, they have dig spots, but wasn't there a single dig spot somewhere? I didn't make notes, so maybe not. Maybe I'm just confused with the prior day with an outbuilding that had a dig spot. Solarium did on day 54, and I never dug it up. What I'm going to do is, because I'm here, I'm just going to continue, because I'll probably run into some dead end and have to backtrack at that point anyway, so there's no reason to keep backtracking multiple times, so I'll just head up. Laundry room would be a dead end. I could trigger the dark room and then go to the utility closet and turn the power back on. Boiler room has the option of giving power. That only matters if I care about powered rooms today. I do not know if I do. I really want a throne room, but I'm not likely to get a throne room. It's rare. And I haven't seen a solarium yet. Ooh, if I had done the one that would have increased frequency of green rooms, then maybe I would have seen the solarium. Maybe that's what I needed to have done. It would have been a dead-end room, the greenhouse or whatever, but it would have made green rooms more likely, including the solarium, and then the solarium could have made the throne room more likely. I need to think that all the way through next time. For a gem, I can have these doorways. For not a gem, I just basically would need to backtrack and turn the power on to the dark room. Laundry room I'm not as interested in at the moment. So we're going to do this. I'm going to... There's no reason not to turn on power, so I'm going to power it. And I will send power straight at the moment, because maybe I can get back to these rooms and not have to come this way to backtrack, right? So I'll go over here. I'll probably open both of these doors, but more than likely I'll proceed this way. So if I'm going to open this door and not proceed through it, let's do this door first. So that is... Yeah, okay, so the security, I don't think transmits power, requires power. So if I look at security, I don't want to go in it, but yeah, I don't, well, no, I guess it does have power ducts. So security can transmit power, but what security's connected to, chapel doesn't transmit power. So that's pointless. So I've sent power over here, which will be more likely to, makes it, we found out this makes it more likely to draft a room requiring power when it's a powered doorway. Do I want a silver key? Not right there, so I will use a regular key. The pool... Okay, dark room transmits power, but it doesn't use it. Veranda, greater chance of finding items in green rooms. The pool would have 2 trunks, but I don't have a sledgehammer, so I cannot open those trunks. It would make it more probable to get a pump room, but that only matters if I could connect the pump room to power. And the pool itself, I don't think transmits power. I'm pretty sure the pool doesn't transmit power. It's showing that it's not lit up, right? The dark room is lit up, but the pool is not. So dark room, I think, can transmit power. I'm going to step into it to trigger it. Okay, this is a keycard doorway, which I can get through, and this is a regular doorway, which may or may not require a key. But I'm not going to open those doorways yet. So what I'm going to do, because I will come back over here and turn on the dark room. But before I do that, I'm going to change it to power over to straight. And then, which would be this doorway. And then we're going to see where this doorway goes. Now this one I could use a special key on, or a silver key. So yeah, let's use... Well, wait a minute, I want something powered. So let's do regular key, because powered rooms don't typically have lots of doorways, like they might not be in the silver key selection. I don't have any reroll die yet. In order to get reroll die, I have to draft a room that costs 2 more gems. What are the powered rooms? Garage is a powered room, but that'd have to be on the other side of the house. Laboratory is a powered room. Pump room is a powered room. But pump room we can't do unless we've done pool first, so it won't give me pump room. Freezer connects to power. I'm not sure what power does in the freezer. But I also don't want a freezer right this moment. Until I have a burning glass, I don't want a freezer. Per my current theory that I'm postulating, I don't know if this to be the case, I'm postulating that if I make a burning glass, which is magnifying glass plus metal detector, which I have both, so if I get a workshop, I can make a burning glass. And then I would want a freezer and test my theory that burning glass will follow the items in the cooler in the freezer. So I don't know that I really need... furnace, if it's powered, will give me a key, but it's also dead ending. That's not great. Right. Gymnasium, I think, can transmit power, or else it's the weight room that can transmit power, but I don't think it actually uses it. None of that stuff's really power. Honestly, I don't know that I want power. If I did a silver key here, I might end up with doorway here and doorway here, but I can get to here from here. I can get to here from here. So this could actually honestly be a dead end room. I'd like it to be an elbow, but I don't really need a silver key. I don't need to waste a silver key on that spot. Okay, passageway just costs 2 gems, transmits power in all those directions. Does give me doorways here and here, which is more efficient for getting around. Cloister also gives me doorways here and here. It costs 3 gems. I get a gem back from watering can. Because I only use watering can twice, right? Here and here. So I still have 1 use of the watering can left. But I could dig up spots in the cloister. But it doesn't transmit power, but I don't know that power is important. Also don't know that power is not important. Do I care enough about the dig spots, which could be all rubbish, could be all junk. Could be a coin, could be a key. It's the same gem cost either way. It's going to trigger my experiment. Reroll die either way. It's just... Do I want power transmission or not? Do I want power transmission or do I want dig spots? That's the only debate, right? Power transmission to here does not matter because I can get that from the dark room. So it's really only giving me power transmission over here. And that doesn't necessarily matter. If I can get power transmission from the dark room here and here, so we'll do the dig spots. Come here, use watering can last time until I refill it. But now I have the shovel, so I can go here, dig up those spots. I need to do the workshop, make the burning glass, and do the freezer is what I need to do. Metal detector is telling me that there's something else to be picked up. Specifically, where was it going off? Oh, there's a key over there, but that's on the outside. Okay. Got it. Okay. So now let's see if we can go from here to here. We know we can go from here this way. So it really doesn't... So it actually doesn't matter if we can go from here to here because we can go from here to here this way, which is the same number of steps. Right? Because the aquarium does connect to the foundation. We're connected to the aquarium. Okay. Do I want to pick this doorway from this direction or from this direction? I'll go ahead and try picking it from here, but if it wants a key... Okay, it doesn't want a key. Boudoir dead ends me. I want to get back over here somehow. So let's do Rumpus Room. Rotunda for 3 would give me here and here. But I don't need all of that. I don't really need to connect it to here. So we're going to do Rumpus Room because it's just going to get me back over here. Pick up all those coins. We can't use Alizar anymore. He says he's done. That's fine. The pool only matters if I want to connect a pump room here or here. Like, you know, if I wanted to try to get power transmission to a pump room, I don't have a sledgehammer, so the trunks don't matter. Pump room would only matter if I want to drain the fountain, which I don't really need to do today. What else could possibly be drained? We tried draining the aquarium a couple times. I didn't see any benefit to doing so. Don't know what draining the greenhouse does, honestly. So I don't think I need a pump room. I think the boiler room was like just doorways. I don't think the power transmission matters for today. Unless I do a freezer and I want to have a furnace near it and have the furnace powered and all that kind of stuff, but that seems less likely. What the pump room would do for me is let me move over to here, is what the pump room would, or what the pool would do for me. Excuse me. The pool would let me go over here, but at the cost of a gem. Clock tower dead ends. This dead ends. I do want to get over here. I don't want to burn a reroll, so yeah, we'll do the pool. And if I do end up with extra keys, or end up with a end up desperate, or I end up with a sledgehammer somehow, I'll come back for the trunks, but we're not going to do that at the moment. Okay, garage. I won't be able to power the garage, but it would give me keys. Mailroom would give me a package. I don't know what would be in the package, but Dovecote lets me get to here. I don't have car keys, so basically if I did the garage, I'd be dead-ending this path. Never doing this room, and I would get 3 keys. I've set security level to high, so in the hope that that would reduce my reliance on keys, but I don't know that that's actually going to be the case. I'm going to do the Dovecote simply because it's going to let me do this room. Oh, and I forgot that Dovecote has dig spots. Doesn't matter when it's all nothing. When the dig spots just give you nothing, it doesn't matter that there's dig spots. Definitely not silver key, so we're going to use regular key. Okay. My steps are at 33. So do I need 10 steps, or do I want another key and gem and 10 coin? We're going to have to do some backtracking. So let's go ahead and do the quest bedroom. I don't know. Are we going to be able to get steps? Are we going to be able to get a dining room? See, basically up here we have like this room and this room are the 2 rooms that we can still draft, right? All our eggs are in those baskets. And I might want to intentionally not have power going to the dark room, because I might want my options to be something other than powered rooms. Like having more likely powered rooms might be too limiting here and here, right? I basically need to use the silver key over here if there's a locked door. I need to use the silver key over here to try to open up this area of the house over here. At the moment, I think I need steps. Later, I will wish I had done something different, but at the moment, I think I need steps. Because before I can go here, I need to turn the power on to the dark room, so I'm going to have to do some backtracking right now. Ooh, here's a key card just laying around. I don't need it anymore, but there it is. If I open these, are they going to give me gems or just coins, reroll die? If they don't give me keys, then I can't chance it. I need to keep my keys. So I'm going over here to go over here, to go over here, to go over here, to go over here. Yeah, this is why I took 10 extra steps. I can at least choose this room right now, so I'm going to choose this room. Okay, it did not let me use the silver key because it wasn't locked. I essentially have to do the rotunda or redraw. I'm going to do the rotunda because then that gets me here and here. This dead ends me. This would lose half my steps. I could redraw. Yeah, I'll redraw. This would cost 2 gems, give me here and here, which is cheaper than the rotunda was. This will let me combine my magnifying glass and my metal detector to make a burning glass, which only matters if I can get the freezer as an option again. I saw the freezer at one point, but I didn't want to do it right then. Or did I see the freezer, or did I just see it in my room directory? Okay. Right now I need to open doorways. I mean, I need more, doorways. So I'll do this. But I won't step in it yet. Aquarium, foundation. We're going to dig up the foundation. Do prefer a key to a coin at this moment. Then corridor. We don't want to go down to the entrance hall. We just want to go to the den, because then we're going to go this way over here. Okay. Okay. Pebbles. Coin. I am going to spend a key to open this trunk. Reason being is so that I don't have to come back to the again. Oh, good choice. This gave me 3 keys, so it nets me 2 keys. That's good. Okay. So then we need to go bedroom, parlor, utility closet. I'm going to turn on the dark room. Okay. Oh, I did have power turned on to the garage. Oh, I just didn't have it connected to the boiler room, right? So, regardless. I'm not sure what the difference is between a garage with the power turned on via the utility closet versus also connected to power from the boiler room. I don't know. Have I had both at the same time? I'm not sure. Regardless, it's not the situation for today. We didn't do the garage. Going back to the Great Hall. Now, here's the deal. I know the Great Hall has a key and maybe some coins, or was it gems? I forget what the security office told me. I know it said it had 1 key. Did it say it had gems or did it say it had coins? I believe it said it had okay, so I'm going to use a key here. That gives me my key back, and we've got this lever. So, do I waste keys looking for the other things that are in the Great Hall so I never have to come back to the Great Hall? Or do I say the rewards, whatever they are, aren't worth the keys? I just don't know how many more keys it's going to require from me later. There are 5 more doorways. I have 8 keys. If I used all of my keys, I would be down to 3 keys. There are no more keys in the Great Hall. So is it worth 5 keys for, was it 3 gems maybe that were in the Great Hall? I don't think it's worth that. Okay, so we're going to skip it. I don't think it makes sense math-wise. If I end up desperate for gems, I might, have to burn steps coming back and, kick myself. But this is my ruling of the moment. All right. So. Do I waste the stepping into security? No, I don't. I'm at 23 steps. I have to be mindful of my steps now. Excuse my voice. Power is on the dark room. Okay, that's what we accomplished. So that we get an informed... Oh, we get a key. Nice. We get an informed draft choice here. We could power the furnace, but that would also, by doing so, we'd have to power the dark room, which would, and this would dead end. But I can't power the furnace without also powering the passageway, because I'd be powering the dark room. And that would power this and this, which would maybe limit our options of what we could draft in those locations. So I'm just going to do the drawing room. It costs us a gem, but we've opened the safe, so we're just going to get that gem back. And then this will give us free redraw. So here we're gonna have to go to the passageway anyway, and we can do this room from the passageway, so let's just go ahead and do this room. I don't want a silver key here. I want a silver key more out over here somewhere, so we're just going to do a regular key. Walk-in closet would dead end us, but give us 4 items. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. I could redraw right now. East Wing Hall gives me 2 more doorways, so I like that. I need a dining room. Let's see what this room is. Laboratory doesn't do anything for me other than give me a doorway heading this direction. Vault. You know what? We're gonna burn a redraw here. That was a bad choice. A key for each bedroom house. So this would dead end me, but give me a bunch of keys. And I don't have a laundry, so okay. Casino's gonna have coins I can pick up, but it gives me a doorway headed this direction. I do have an allowance quest, and this antechamber door is open, so this would trigger my experiment and set my reroll die back to 2. But it does burn 2 of my gems, so then I'd be down to 7 gems. I'm not happy with the choice. Do I want to use a special key here? No, I don't. Okay, so I won't be getting into the antechamber today. Well, unless I burn my last redraw. Well, no, I have 2 redraws. So let's redraw. Because I want a straight through room. Whenever you enter a ballroom, sets your gems to 2. That does not help. Freezer. Okay, I could give up on the allowance quest. If I give up on the allowance quest, which I don't really need to increase my allowance today. Having a freezer would be good. I just shouldn't step into it yet. I need to try to get the workshop first. And burn gems and stuff other places. Okay, I'm going to put a freezer here. I'm not stepping into it. No, I didn't step into it. Oh, shit. Well, I screwed myself. It froze my money and my gems. The money I don't care as much about, but I didn't step into the freezer. All I did was draft it. Well, drafting apparently freezes it. Shit. So now I need a sauna or a, I can't do rooms that cost gems. Shit. I'm fucked. Okay. Which also means I can't trigger my experiment. No, I'm just fucked. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to go turn the power on in the boiler room. Or turn the power over to the dark room. And then draft from the passageway and hope that we get a furnace. Maybe here. We want a furnace right here. Just to unfreeze our accounts. I thought stepping into the freezer froze the accounts. I did not step into the freezer, I just drafted it. I didn't know just drafting it froze our accounts. Well, that's my bad. I'm also running dangerously low on steps. So this has power, right? So what I want is I want this to be a furnace. It's a weight room, lose half my steps, but it's not a furnace. I can't use gems, so I can't even pick these. Ah, there's the solarium, but I can't pick it. Fuck. This is going very poorly, guys. To say I screwed up with the freezer is an understatement. The freezer only matters if I can get the workshop back again. I passed on it earlier in the day. Okay, there's power off the archives, so I want a furnace. A furnace right here, maybe. No. Okay, I want this to be the option of a furnace. Shit. Ah, furnace. My accounts have been thawed. Okay. And the furnace should now be close enough to the freezer. The furnace is like literally right next to the freezer and it's powered. So the freezer should thaw out except for the cooler. So now, oh shit. Now what I need to do, I don't have that many steps left, is I need a workshop. Two, three, 5. I need to come. I would get a redraw from here. A single redraw. And I need a workshop or a dining room. Or a kitchen. One, two, three, 4, 5. All right. This walking all the way over here will give me a redraw. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to... I will spawn this room, but I won't necessarily walk into it. Actually, no, I won't spawn the room because what I want to do is I want to be able to turn power off to all of this so that it stops giving me powered rooms off of these doorways. I have 9 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Steps are my issue at the moment. Yeah, filling the pool doesn't do me anything. Draining the greenhouse, I don't know what that does. I don't need to drain the reservoir ever again, I don't think. Draining the fountain would give me access to some coins. I don't really need those coins at the moment. Oh, here's a trunk. I've got a key. I've got keys. Yeah, I'll use the key on this trunk. Gems. Because I'm not likely to see a sledgehammer, so... And... I'm short on steps, so if I... Having the ability, 11 gems, to like draft the room I need is more important than having a bunch of keys at the moment. Very carefully I have to do this. Stepwise, very carefully, I mean. So from here, I need to go to the dark room. I need to duck down into the boiler room to turn off power. So this is sending power this way, which effectively turns it off from going this way. So now the passageway should no longer be powered. Actually, I can just send power this way, and in case the cloister is transmitting power. So I'm sending power to the security, which won't do anything, but it means that there's no way that like power is coming from here over to the passageway, coming from dark room over to the passageway. Basically, I don't want power going to any of these rooms because I don't want powered rooms now. I want the choice of unpowered rooms, like dining room, workshop. Those are unpowered rooms. Those are the choices that I want. 4 steps, so. I need a dining room. This will lead me here. But I will be very short on steps. Give me more reroll die, though. Okay. I'm going to do this because it's going to give me 2 reroll die. And I need this to be a dining room. It just has to be a dining room. And then I'm left with this doorway hoping to get a workshop at some point. Because I can redraw once here, but if it's not a dining room, I'm screwed. Whereas if I do this, I get 2 redraws. Step in, step in. I don't know what this is. I know it's not the throne room because the throne room costs 5 gems. We're going to run out of steps today. I mean, this could be a kitchen, is what that could be. I just don't know. So I'm going to do this. I have now 2 reroll die. Two reroll die. Can I get a dining room? We got it on first try. Okay, dining room. We're going to eat all this food. This wants us to have a furnace. We do have a furnace, so we're going to have dinner. Okay, so that solves the immediate problem. Now I just have this one doorway, and I only get to see 2 of the floral plants, but I have 2 reroll die. So now, and I don't want this to be powered because I want a workshop. So now I'm going to backtrack 41 steps, 6 keys, 9 gems, 75 coins, 2 reroll die. It all just kind of depends upon this doorway here. I need a throne room. Solarium won't work because Solarium would be a dead end. So I need a throne room or a workshop. Those are the two things that I need. Throne room, workshop, maybe master bedroom, because I have a magnifying glass. I could look at the stuff in the book in the master bedroom. Those are the 3 rooms to like accomplish something today. Otherwise today we'll not have accomplished anything really. Or I don't think we've accomplished anything at all, actually. Yeah, there's not a more efficient way to, I just have to burn those steps, but I've got the steps now, so it's okay. I just hate that it's the archives. We're going to use a regular key. Well, let's think about this. If I do a special key, it might have more doorways. More doorways means more opportunities. Yeah, I have 35 steps, so let's do a regular. Okay. This is either the throne room or the trophy room. I don't get to see it, but based upon the gem requirement, it seems to be either the throne room or the trophy room. Rotunda would let me have here, here, and here. But in case this is the throne room, because with throne room, 5 gems or 6 gems? I think it was 5 gems. This is probably the trophy room, which would be a mistake to draft. But on the off chance that this is the throne room. Oh shit. We did it. And I have enough steps, I think. Sanctum key. And here's the Black King. Okay. Awesome. Okay. We're going to be here a minute. This was the principal goal for today, and we managed it somehow. Very unlikely, but we managed it. So first things, where's my chess notes? Throne room is the Black King. Okay. Throne room is Black King. And it just literally gave us the sanctum key on a shelf. It didn't like make us solve a puzzle or anything to get that sanctum key, which is odd. Honestly, like the clock tower, it's like, oh, you solve a puzzle, and the foundation or the ooh. This is another way to open the door to room 46 without having to go down. I mean, we're going to be going down because I have the sanctum key, but I can open it now. I can open this now. We have a secret garden key, but I think this is oh no, this has doorways. This has doorways, so we're not, we're not done for the day. So we could do a secret garden key. We could get over here, do a secret garden key, and then come in maybe this way. But the point is like, this is cool. So throne room has I still want to also be greedy and do a workshop today. But I need to keep enough steps to do the sanctum key. So that's, I can't connect back up, so I'm gonna have to retrack. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and I've got 34 steps, so I'm fine. I just have to keep my eye on that. What else is going on here? Are all these knights identical? They're like red shield, red hilted sword in every case. Okay, some of these are lefties and some of them are righties, but other than that, they do seem to be identical. There's the sigil for Arenda Ares, which we have solved already. Cool. Okay, so yeah, let's try here and see what this will do. No. So off gives me 3 gems and I'd be down to 1 gem. I don't like that. Lots of coins that I can't really use anywhere at the moment. Don't know what this is. This could be the workshop that I want. I just don't know. This would spread coins throughout the house, but it would otherwise dead end me. So I'm going to do a ray draw. Gymnasium gives me a doorway over here, and the power's turned off, so that won't cost me any extra steps. Okay, garage. Costs me 1 gem, gets me 3 keys. I turn the power on to the garage, right? So does that mean I could get outside? Do I need to get outside? I don't know what this is. Don't think well, the library would let me get up here. Would let me go here. So let's do the library. Has a trunk. I will use a key. I will gain a key. Okay. I can request a book. All right. I'll request a new clue just in case I missed something. I know it's a book with clues. In case I missed any clues, I can re-examine that book. I want a workshop. Showroom will let me spend money on things. Would also set my reroll die back to 2. Yeah, we can do that. Too late for the silver spoon, master key, emerald bracelet, so I don't have to worry about the fact that I only have 2 gems. Sure. Okay. I want a workshop. A workshop doesn't cost a gem. Gives me doorways. We'll do a secret garden key. What? Why doesn't it fit? I thought you could do secret garden right here. You can't? Weird. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not going to the antechamber today. I don't want to do the mailroom. The reason being is because whatever package is delivered, I can't use. Straight up. Like whatever's in there, I won't be able to use today. So I want to save that for another day. We'll do boudoir. It just gives me another opportunity. It's like a free reroll because it gives me another doorway. It's weird they didn't let me use this. Okay. I am going to do a redraw here because I don't know what this is. Oh, that was a bad choice. So we're going to do this one because it's not the room I'm looking for, but with the gem cost of 2, maybe it will give me 2 reroll die again for this last room here. Oh, yeah, we want this room. It did not give me reroll die, though, because I didn't pay the gem costs. Magnifying glass, I can do this and enter in, but I don't think there's a... what was the code? 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 8. Was the code 1108? Something like that, maybe? I've already... But it's too small. I want to have like a gem in it, but it has the letter that we've seen. Right? Okay. Apologies. I know I just like stepped up and walked and or got up and stepped away. There was a sound that's downstairs. It sounded like something falling over. I don't know what it was. I'll go check it out in a bit. We're gonna add something to our drafting pool. Um, I guess we'll do vestibule because it's like 4 doorways. It's weird the way it works. 3 of the doors become unlocked and the 4th one becomes locked, but then you just exit, come back in, and it may change again. Okay. All right. So I've got to watch my steps. But okay, so we're going to do this doorway. We do not have any reroll die. I'm going to do this one, but it's probably not going to be the workshop. Oh shit. It halved our steps. Now we're fucked. It was the weight room. Okay. That may have screwed us, actually. We have to be very careful. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. How about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we're going to walk through the weight room because it doesn't say when entered. So we're going to walk through the weight room. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we filled out the whole thing. We would have gotten that trophy, but I got that trophy already for the whole full house. We even unlocked the room to room 46, but we don't have a way to get there because this door is not open because we didn't get the secret garden. It's connected, but it's not open. And this door, which is open, is not connected. I have 13 steps because of the fucking weight room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go down and hopefully make it to where we need to go with the sanctum key. And the rest of this will be wasted because we don't have a moon pendant and we didn't get the work. I didn't do the workshop when I had the opportunity earlier in the day, so I can't combine this and this to get my, or this and this to get my burning glass to take it to the freezer, which was the entire point of drafting the freezer. Was on the hope of doing that. Okay, the other step calculation would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, I have to go through the weight room and hope it doesn't cost me any more steps. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there anything else I want to do on the way? I don't think so, but I don't have enough steps to double back. So, okay. We do not want to go to the dark room. We want to go to the cloister. Yes. From the cloister to the aquarium. to the foundation and hope that hope that there's enough steps left to get where I need to go down here. There might not be. I might be like a step or two short of being able to actually use the sanctum key, which would suck. That weight room threw my entire calculation off. It was blind pick. I was hoping that it would just, you know, be the workshop, and it was the weight room, and that was the worst possible thing that could have been. So even though we got the throne room today and we got the sanctum key, it's possible we might not be able to use the sanctum key. Yeah, I'm running out of steps. I'm not going to get there. I'm not going to get there. Shit. Shit. Come on. Come on. Don't take my last step from me. I'm going to be like one step short. Okay, I have one step. The problem is it's going to cost me that step when I'm going to use the sanctum key. That's fine. Okay, but then I won't be able to step into the room and actually do the puzzle. I'll have to do the sanctum room puzzle the next day, but at least the door will be unlocked. Okay, which room do I want to unlock? I don't really know anything about Morjai or I know a little bit about Vera. I know that it's pot and it might be sailing, might be their way. Nuance is like air, and I think it's color purple. Let me take a look at my notes, see what I know about these remaining realms. Okay, Nuance is not purple. Nuance is a green stamp. So I'm assuming the color for Nuance is green. And it shows an airship. So it'd be green, air. Not sure what their weather is like. But still, that's probably more information than I know about the others. So let's do Nuance, which is this doorway here. It's going to end my day. Oh, it didn't. It didn't cost me a step to come walk in here? Awesome. Okay. So, going back to my notes, Nuance is green. Like, I need to like look up the Roman rune book now. Nuance is green, which is the hash lines. And then it is air, which is that pattern there. Okay. So let's I don't know what their weather is like. I'm trying, I want to set this to air and then leave this once it's air. Okay, so that's airways because they're nuances dirigibles. Okay. So then it's, let's assume it's not hot because Vera is hot. It could be snowy. So we'll start with snow. Green is that green? It's different from the way it looks in the book, which is why I'm checking. Yeah, so that's green. So those hash marks, that's green. Okay. So we're starting on the star, snow, and the stars. Okay. Okay, so now let's change the weather. So not snow. Windy? We'll try windy. Because if they're using dirigibles, it might very well be windy. Green, starting with stars. All right, there we go. Militaristic. Nuances, militaristic, windy, all of that. Okay, that didn't take nearly as long as Costa Rica took us, right? Or took me, I should say. I should own the responsibility for that. I'm just surprised that it didn't cost us a step to walk into the room and end our day. We're at one step. But I'll take it. Okay. So now we're gonna go over here, take our sanctum room screenshots. And they consider themselves a militaristic society, I guess, from their sigil. Okay. And let's take a look at the postcard. And I do have magnifying glass, so I'll get a close-up of the stamp. The Royal East Air Hangar via Airmare. By far my favorite realm I visited during this trip, but I've always had a penchant for technology and am less moved by the beauty of nature than others. The soot-filled streets and soaring skyscrapers here are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Costa Rica or the beaches of Morajai. Okay, so Morajai has beaches, so they might be sailing. Perhaps I am just letting my childhood love of dirigiblocks compromise my objectivity. From the shops I visited, it seems the series is just as popular here as it is back home. Speaking of home, as I look across the Eastern Sea, I can almost see its shores. I never thought that I would miss the sight of red flags. All right, and then let's take a closer look at this stand. I've gotten the nuance stamp before, but you know, we're just ticking all of our boxes here. We've got the magnifying glass, so we want to use it. We didn't get to use it today in the master bedroom, or the or combine it with the metal detector to create the burning glass to take to the freezer. That was a disappointment. We'll try that on a subsequent day. Okay, so we've got this Morajai box puzzle, which will give us an allowance. Even though we didn't get into the antechamber, we're still probably going to increase our allowance by solving the puzzle box. The nuance variation. Puzzle boxes became just as popular in the air hangers of nuances they had in the ports of Morajai. Green tiles were introduced with an ability that allowed them to instantly jump across the board, sending ease with which air travel conveys its cargo. When green tiles are pressed, they swap with the opposite tile on the far side of the box. Yes, we are aware. But we have to remember how to get more green, because what was the deal with orange? Purple wants to travel south. So right, okay. Orange wants to change color to what is nearby it. So this should change to green. All right, good. Now, I should be able to change this to green. No, because this is the same amount as, now this should change to green. Nope. There we go. Okay. Oh, this green will never move from the center. Shit, that sucks. Okay. No, unless I can get purple. Yeah, okay. There we go. So then, but how do I get this green? Purple won't move again. I don't have a way to get the black down. Okay. We got to start again. Okay. Click this, this will turn gray. I don't want this to turn gray. I need to get the purple up because the only effect of purple is to push things, push down. So purple being here doesn't do anything. Purple being down here doesn't do anything. Purple will do things twice. It will move here, it'll move down, and then it's basically done. This should turn green, but do I want it to turn green? Do I want it to be green in the middle, or do I want to move it first? Let's do this. Let's turn that green. Because then I can go over here and then I can push down. Will this turn green? No, it won't. It will turn gray. This is the one that has to turn green. It's the only one that can turn green. But I don't know how to get black down here to get this pushed over. This should turn green now. Okay. But how do I get it pushed down? That's going to be tricky. Yeah, I don't have a way to push green down no more. Okay. Yeah, okay. That doesn't work. I might be stuck here a while, guys. Oh no, I can do this to get purple back up. And then I do this. There we go. I said I'll be here a while, guys, and then I finally figured it out. Okay. So we increased our allowance by 2, but we solved the puzzle. That was more the point, was to solve the puzzle. We've done everything we can do today. We have no steps left. Right, there's nothing more to photograph or not screenshot here. We took a screenshot of that. We know the sigil for nuance now. We did all of this. We did the puzzle box. Increased our allowance yet again. This is already, room 46 has already been opened, but we can't get there. We filled the house. We would have earned that trophy if we hadn't already earned that trophy, right? We filled the house. I just don't have a workshop anywhere. I don't have a way to get more steps either. So what we're going to do, this day is basically done, but it was successful. We did a sanctum. We just have Morajai and Vera left. Those will also require rooms that we don't have. But here we are, calling it a day. Well, thank you guys for being with me. Day 55. It was a successful day. Because we got the throne room, we got the sanctum key, we solved the sigil puzzle in the sanctum room. So Mount Holly, Royal Shopping Center of Fire and Ice. Throne room, 4 shop rooms, furnace, freezer. Total rooms 45, rank reached 9. Steps taken 118, items found 11. New rooms 1, which will be the throne room. We also added vestibule to our draft pool. So we're getting closer to the trophy of having, the room directory filled out, right? But that was day 55. Thank you guys, and we'll see you for day 56. Have a good one.